like something which happens maybe very late during the night, when it's maybe 6 or 7 o'clock, and when you are totally free and playing every kind of music. You can play emotional stuff, and then you see the emotions in the audience. I think that's the point about it. When you see the people reacting on your music.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if people dance to your music, I think this is the most important thing. If you consider yourself to be a DJ on a dance floor, right, which is actually the thing where it's coming from and where it has to happen. If people follow your kind of music, your kind of story you are telling as a DJ, I think this is probably the most exciting moment you can have as a DJ.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing, that it's always about standing in front of people with a smile on their faces. And I think if this happens, then you are doing a good job.
Or on one hand, like broken down to a very simple level, it's me playing my favorite music to other people. Like, that's a very beautiful thing to do, even, especially when you get money for it. It's kind of unbelievable that that's possible. I'd like to see myself, like, especially when I have more than 2 hours to play. Like, I like to play very long sets. You become some sort of spiritual guide for your audience. Like, you can direct the way the night is happening. Like, you can take them to darker places, bring them back to the light, and it's like the old game of tension and release.
But I mean, for me, flow is telling a story through your DJ set.
Yeah, the flow is something you always try to find. It's, the flow is probably the liquid or the fluid that makes one record out of 10. Like, that's something you always try to achieve.
I think that it's I reached this kind of point when I have like different tracks on the CDs and maybe on the vinyl player, and then I decide spontaneously which one I choose. Mm-hmm. And if you're not in the flow, you're always changing it, and
that's where you stop thinking. The records kind of select themselves. It's not a conscious decision anymore that now I'm gonna play this. Like, in a very good party when everything falls into the right place, that's something that happens just naturally.
Yeah, sure. It's when the people are dancing.
Preparation is also key to a good night. You have to know your records. You have to know what each record does, and then how to combine them to make it one bigger thing.
Being part of a bigger idea of a night is more intense and more reliable to me than just oh wow, that was fantastic when I played that tune and people just make that. I think this is quite simple in a way, you know. Thinking in bigger ideas, it's more like, okay, what was my contribution to a big night, and thinking about that. It probably was one of these nights here in that building, the so-called Total Confusion nights, where everything could happen in some way, somehow. And but yeah, just being myself a bit of a piece, you know, and not like being the shining light of a night. So that's, for me, that's more important.
Yeah, I think the key to get people excited is to be excited about the music you play.